Okay, so I've had these for quite some time now and I have some thoughts. So we're gonna do a proper review of these shoes. I'm gonna get into the sizing, styling, wear and tear, absolutely everything. But before we start, let's not forget that everyone's feet are different. I think that I have pretty much a regular foot. It's not wide or narrow. I would really say that it's just a regular foot and I'm mostly used to wearing flats. So there's a bit of a feet information for you guys, but I think it's important to mention because if, for example, you have a narrow foot, then your experience with these shoes could be completely different. So, okay, I think now we can get into the review. First things first, let's talk sizing. So I would say that I am a true size 40 with most of the brands, from high street brands to luxury designer brands. Most of my shoes are size 40. However, with Chanel, things are a little bit more tricky because I have shoes from Chanel that are size 40, 40 and a half, and even 41. So they've decided to make things unnecessarily difficult for me. However, these are the exception because both of these are size 40. So I would say that they run true to size. Next up, let's compare the price between the two pairs and the current price. And I'm highlighting the word current because I think it was something like a month ago that they had a price increase. So it's very possible that by the time you watch this video, the price could be completely different. So the current price of the flats is 1,030 euros. I know, when did they start costing more than 1,000 euros? It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, the heel version, however, is 1,060 euros. So the difference between the two pairs, between the heels and the flats, is only 30 euros. This is not a significant difference, like when you have to choose between a small Chanel Classic flap or a medium Chanel Classic flap, and the difference is what, something like 400 or 500. So that's a significant difference. Here, I would just really recommend with going with a pair of shoes that you find more visually appealing, or with the pair of shoes that you think you would get more use out of. So for example, if you wear high heels on a daily basis, I would definitely recommend choosing this pair. Now let's talk about comfort and let's start with the flats. So I definitely had my concerns with these because, well, first of all, because they're made of tweed. So this is a fully fabric made pair of shoes, but I actually find them very comfortable, and I think it's mostly because they are in fact leather lined, so they are quite soft and they can be worn in. My only complaint for these shoes is actually the slingback part because it does fall off. Like every now and then it just falls off my heel like that. So every now and then I have to stop and fix it. But other than that, I don't think I've had any like very significant bruising or blisters or any sort of pain while wearing these shoes. They are truly comfortable, I would say, for this type of shoes. Now with the heels, it is a completely different experience for me because, like I said in the very beginning of this video, I usually wear flats. So in general, I'm not used to running around the city wearing heels whatsoever. So for short-term wear, they're okay for me. However, I would not recommend these for long-term wear because the one time that I chose to wear them for more than a few hours, my feet were tired, like capital T, tired, and they were also bruised. Even though the heel looks very small, like it looks really small, when I actually wear them, I can definitely feel the height of it. In fact, they actually feel higher than they actually are. I don't know, is it because of the way that they are made or because of the arch? I have no clue, but I can definitely feel the heel. Now, I know that for some people who are used to wearing heels and have worn heels on a day-to-day basis for, let's say, more than 10 years, it can actually feel uncomfortable to wear flats. So it could be the same situation in reverse because I'm used to wearing flats. So whenever I'm wearing heels, I know that I have to expect a certain level of discomfort. So, of course, a lot depends on what your feet are used to. But honestly, I didn't expect this level of discomfort because throughout my life, I have worn some really, really painful heels. Like, I'm thinking about my high school graduation. I still have trauma from those shoes. Like, I still remember that night, and a lot of it is because of the pain that my feet were in on that night, you know? So, yeah, the type of heels, you know what I'm talking about. The type of heels that it actually feels like you're walking on spikes type of pain, you know? So this is definitely not it. But I don't know why. Well, probably because of the small heel, I kind of assumed that it's going to be almost like wearing no heels, you know, almost like wearing flats, but it's not that. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. So to me personally, the flats are definitely a clear winner here. And oh, I forgot to mention that the slingback part of the heel slingbacks also falls off from my heel. So that's the one thing that both of them have in common. And honestly, every single type of slingback shoes that I've had throughout my life, all of them inevitably, every now and then, they fall off my heel. So I don't know if it's because of my foot or because of the shoes, but yeah, that's something that you can expect from these. And now let's talk about styling. So while I don't find it hard to style either one of them, in general, I do prefer the flats. And that's really because of my personal style. And it's definitely not because of the color. And I'm highlighting this in particular because I remember that I saw a review maybe years, many, many years ago about these shoes in this particular color combination, the classic Chanel beige and black. I don't even remember if they had a heel or not. I just remember that they were complaining that this color combination was harder to style than they thought it would be. To me, it hasn't been the case. It's really the heel and the style of them in general that I find slightly harder to style because, once again, of my personal style. And I would say that my personal style is classic mixed with trendy. I like to experiment a little bit to give my outfits a little twist, but very rarely I dress conservative. I would say maybe even never. At least I don't enjoy it. So to me, this is a very classic pair of shoes. Both of these are very classic. However, because these are flats, to me, they kind of combine classic with casual. However, these, because of the heel, immediately to me scream more conservative. Like they have a time and a place and they can still be styled casually. It's just, it's a little bit more challenging. It requires a little bit more thought into it. For example, the easiest way that I have found to dress them down is with a pair of jeans, preferably like a wide leg or a balloon fit type of jeans with a t-shirt, and it's a fit. That is me, you know. But the truth is that even with that fit, I would prefer to wear the flats just because they feel more me. They feel more my style. So I mean, I've bought them, I'm going to wear them, but yeah, I prefer styling these. Now let's quickly talk about the wear and tear, and I'm saying quickly because there really isn't much to talk about. I've only had these shoes for something like a year, and I've worn them maybe less than 10 times each, so there isn't a lot of wear and tear, as there shouldn't be. So there's a little bit of creasing on the sides on both of the shoes, as to be expected, because you know I can't walk like this, so they are inevitably going to crease. And then on the inside of the shoes there's a little bit of scratching, which is also something that can be expected from light colored shoes, because you just kind of do this sometimes when you walk by accident, and so that happens. The heel is perfect and the soles are also looking good. So nothing to report on the heels. The situation with the flats is very similar, except you know what? I'm actually not seeing any creasing, but I'm pretty sure that it's because they're made of tweed. I think that if they were made of leather, they would also have some creasing, because obviously I can't walk like that. The shoe is moving together with the foot. So I would say that if these were made of leather, there would also be some creasing. Now I'm wondering if the heel version would be made of tweed. Would it not have any creasing? That's actually interesting. Are they better quality because they're made of tweed? Because, yeah, that would mean that the tweed ones have less of wear and tear than the leather ones. And shouldn't it be like the other way around? Anyway, that's something that I just now discovered just for you guys. So, yeah, and as regards to the sole, it looks good. I mean, they haven't been worn a lot, so the sole looks really, really good. And I would say that quality-wise, heel or no heel, they are the same quality. Except now I have to say tweed or leather, that potentially tweed could be better quality than the leather ones. So yeah, that's something new. Okay guys, so now let's go through my final thoughts and if I would buy these again if they were to ever go missing. And I think that both of these are beautiful. I think that this is a beautiful style for shoes with or without a heel. But as you can probably tell, if I had to pick one pair, I would definitely pick the flats. I truly regret getting the pair with the heels, and I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, Laine, get the same color combo, but in the flats. But the truth is that at the time when I was trying them on, they felt comfortable. So I genuinely didn't think that this small heel is going to be such a big deal. I even rhymed. But yeah, I just didn't think that it's going to be such a big deal. And I can still wear them for a short amount of time. But if I got this color combo in the flats, I would just get so much use out of them, so much more use out of them. So now all I can do is give you guys this information so that no one else is hopefully as disappointed in them as I was. I thought about selling them, but to sell them, it would cost me a lot of money because, first of all, these cost like 2 times less than the retail price on the pre-loved market. So I would lose a lot of money there. And to buy them again, it would cost me more than it did when I bought these as well because now they've had price increases. So I would just lose a lot of money if I decided to do that. So for now, I'm just going to hold on to them and who knows how my style is going to change in the next 5 or 10 years, because the beautiful thing about these shoes is that they are timeless and they are classic and they will never go out of style. And yes, they could be more on trend, they could be less on trend, but everything in fashion goes in a circle. So every now and then these are going to come back, and maybe then I'll be more used to wearing heels, who knows? And so maybe then I will get my use out of them. And probably then they would also cost hundreds and hundreds more. So yeah, I'm definitely going to hold on to them. But if I had these, if I had the same color combo in flats, I would just prefer that. And so if both of these were to go missing, I would repurchase the flats in a second. I absolutely love them. These, however, no, the heels I would not repurchase. So there you go, guys. These are my thoughts on these Chanel icons. I hope that this was useful. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you again soon and stay safe, everyone.